Okay, this is my evaluation for my E4 Easting TV ident. Okay, first of all we start off with uh, the cow on the DJ decks here called MC Milkshake. And basically, in the first scene, it's his head rotating left and right, his hooves rotate left and right, I think his arm does too. Two cones there on the speakers go pulsate in and out to get bigger and smaller, and as does the E4 logo. Yeah. Alright, to do that, in this first scene, I originally created the cow as a head and a body, but then to get the head to animate, I had to separate them in Illustrator. And I literally just changed the rotation. I did them at 6-second intervals, because I did it for 1 second, which was 25 frames. And so I did them at 6-second intervals, which then added up equally, and the rotation angles were exactly the same each way, so there were no differences, no speed differences either. I did that for the same with the hooves. The cones and the E4 logo, I also did the same time scale, and the scale sizes I also did the same as well. So for the cones, at one frame there wasn't like a fast speed, and then the next one a slower speed. They were all the same speed. Okay, in the next scene we have two cows and my sister jumping. One of the cows has kind of got a spiky mohawk going on, and the second cow has got a snapback. Also, the spiky head cow has also got kind of darker purple spots on him, and I kind of did both of these to kind of get both kind of different kind of social groups in there. So you got kind of the punky, the grungy look, which has got the mohawk and then the darker spots, and then the other social crowd, which like has the snapback. The spiky hair cow was also holding a purple foam finger, which I originally got off the internet, traced round and made purple, and then added an E4 logo in there. And the snapback cow is holding an E4 purple flag, which I just created myself in Illustrator. Also in this scene, the cow with the snapback jumps up and down, and if you notice his legs like bend when they get near the ground, as you would when you actually jump. I did this using the puppet pin tool and made a point there, and there, which I did on the other leg as well, and that just enabled it to have like a knee joint which bent, so you can see that quite briefly there as he jumps. The foam finger also rotates. I did that again at 6-second intervals, same rotation angles each time, so there's no difference in speed or anything. Next scene again is a close-up of the DJ cow, and once again in this scene the cones on the speaker are pulsating, as is the E4 logo, and the cow's head is also rotating. In this scene, the E4 logo starts to pulsate a bit bigger, because at the it all adds up like at the end of the ident. So it starts off like bigger, and it also pulsates bigger and more as well. And here we have again the same scene, kind of similar scene as before, except the snapback cow has also lost his flag, and we're looking from behind the DJ cow. And to do that, I just changed. I got rid of some of the facial features on the DJ cow. Like I got rid of the nose spots and the eye spots, and I also just changed the layering around of the ears and the mouth, and I changed the layering around of the head as well. And I just reflected the body vertically, I believe it was, so it just looked like, so it was on the other side, so it looked like we were looking from it from behind. Same kind of animations going on there. DJ cow doesn't actually move. Foam finger again rotates, and snapback cow again jumps, as does my sister. And then here we have the final scene, which try and get to the beginning now. There we go. Here we have the final scene, which shows just my sister and the DJ cow, and the camera also pans outwards, zooms outwards to reveal kind of a larger image of what's kind of like the area and everything. And if you notice, the E4 logo is also a lot larger than before, and it's starting to pulsate really near the edges, like it's about to burst out. In this scene, the camera, as I said, the camera zooms out, and the DJ decks and the cow also follow it. And my original plan was to motion track it to the clip, so it would just stay in those places. But when I watched some tutorials, it was quite complex, and I didn't really understand that much. So I eventually just changed the scales and everything, and so it got smaller. And I changed the position as well, because if I just changed the scale, it would have been in the same place. So I changed the position, and it vaguely does stay in the same position, so it looks like I almost have motion tracked it, just not as good a quality as if I had motion tracked it. Okay, that clip was kind of laggy. Play that again. And yes, back there. The end scene here sees, for God's sake, YouTube. It sees the E4 logo come out of the DJ decks because it keeps pulsating so bit and it gets bigger. It bursts out of the DJ decks, flies towards the screen, and then is followed by a GUI ending. And when the E4 logo comes up and hits the screen, it is rotated slightly, and I did that just to, cause I tried it when it came up straight, and it didn't look as good. So I thought it would be better to rotate it. Also, if you notice, the camera in the background was also blurred out. I didn't do this when filming. When filming, I literally just zoomed out and left it there for a couple seconds. But I added the blur in After Effects. I think it was a camera lens blur I added, and that just blurred out that clip. And the GUI ending I did by following the tutorial on Google Drive, which I believe it was I made a solid and changed the sides of it. I think I added a bit of a feather onto it, and it just I can't exactly remember if I'll probably screen record when I put it in. But yeah, and that just kind of added that extra bit of purple into it. So, because I didn't add a purple tint to the screen because I tried that and it didn't look the best. So I just left it as it was, and I thought instead of just having the E4 logo there, I thought it'd be quite good to have the goo just come out and fill the screen, just to end it off so it has E4 and purple. So yes, that is my evaluation. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you.